Hello, I'm Debbie Bell-Hosking for FinextraTV at EBAday 2025 in Paris. And I'm joined by Anastasia Serikova, Vice President, Head of Visa Direct Europe at Visa. And we're talking about different operating models and business models for cross-border payments. Anastasia, welcome to our EBAday sofa.
Great to be here.
We're talking about operating models for cross-border payments. Could you tell us how the different operating models can impact a successful journey for cross-border payments?
Cross-border payments have changed a lot in the past few years. What we're currently seeing is that more than half of the volumes of traditional banks in terms of cross-border payments is actually going through newcomers, challenger players. We are also seeing that about 40% of correspondent relationships have disappeared in the past decade. So that all creates a lot of pressure to deliver to the new customer expectations. And we talk not only about retail customers, we talk also about small and medium enterprises, about large corporates. And we see a couple of trends evolving. So first of all, you do need to give global coverage, and it has to be fast, transparent, and affordable. But with that, you have also to comply with compliance and regulatory requirements at the global level, but equally at the regional level, and not only comply with what's at force, but also anticipate what's coming. Another trend that we are seeing is user experience. In Visa, we believe that owning user experience can be a differentiating factor. Very often, some banks decide to outsource it to other providers, but we believe that owning and customizing your user experience allows you to evolve your solution in the long run.
And I'm hearing, amongst all of this, all the new technology you are using. And what would you say are the alternate solutions to correspondent banking? Why are they important?
Correspondent banking relationships are in decline because it's actually really costly to maintain a global coverage with the unified service level, which is also highly compliant with local regulatory requirements. Now, Visa has built our network exactly on this premise, including the G20 and Financial Stability Board aspirations. We provide global coverage with actually a customer choice for the rails to use, be it account rails, which we all know, be it in major currencies or in local currencies. Additionally, you can use card rails, and you can also pay out to digital wallets. And paying out to digital wallets plays to our goal of financial inclusion.
Are you seeing any barriers to adoption of these alternatives that you mentioned?
We sometimes hear about relative roadblocks, either in front-end technology backlog of the banks or back-end of technology backlog ends. And we understand that technology is complex and it takes years to build. However, what we're also seeing as Visa is that last year, 200 billion left our system to go to challengers and money transfer operators from the incumbent banks. So very often the cost of doing nothing is higher than the cost of the technological project.
That sounds interesting. The cost of doing nothing is sometimes higher. I'll remember that. It's a nice phrase. And how do you see the future of fragmentation? Are you seeing it in a positive light?
Fragmentation typically leads to deep expertise and specialization. So those players who have a differentiated solution that will win. We therefore believe that you are either customer facing, which our bank partners are, and you work to deliver best experiences to retail customers, small and medium and large enterprises, or you're a technology provider. And we as Visa, we are always at the back end listening to the voice of the customers via our bank partners, via our fintech partners, via our payment service provider partners who tell us what's going on at on the market and what they would like us to build. We also see that fragmentation is happening in value-added services, because rails is just one part of the story. Risk and fraud management is another. But then Recently, Visa also launched innovation, which is Visa Plus Alias Directory, which actually works amazingly well for user experience because it allows you to transfer money cross-border using just mobile phone number as identifier. And therefore, you do not need to use a more sensitive data such as your bank account details or your card details, and the transfer can happen instantly. And Visa is a company who can enable this experience globally, and by that improving it for everyone. So with the fragmentation of the ecosystem, in terms of cross-border payments, we believe that the winning formula is really combining safety, security, high standards and compliance with extremely fast payments, affordable, transparent and global coverage, including cutting-edge technologies. For example, Visa is now experimenting with using stable coins to enhance settlement in terms of cross-border payments.
Anastasia, there is so much to absorb in this conversation. Thank you for joining us here at EBAday.
Thank you for having me, Debbie.